this week's Thursday therapy session is going to be about. I'm interested. So let's find out together. And it's crazy too because these Thursday therapies I think this is what? I don't know what episode. This is episode 12, I think, right? So I've done 12 Thursday therapy sessions. There are a lot of cards in this deck. A lot of cards in this deck. I have not even seen half of these cards in this deck. So, I don't know. Let's see if something completely different comes out. If a partial of another message comes out. I don't know. Let's find out. Spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra, spirit guide, spirit team, archangels, guardian angels. What is the Thursday therapy topic this week? What does the majority of the collective need to address, heal, acknowledge, etc.? Please make me a clear channel to relay any additional messages about the Thursday therapy topics clearly and concisely for everyone to understand. Archangel Michael, place a hedge around me and the collective as I tap into this energy and do this reading. Please keep all negative energy and entities out of my energy and out of this reading, and cause all monitoring spirits to go blind and deaf. Ashe. All right, so let's see. What is this week's Thursday therapy session about? What does it entail, Spirit? What do we... First card, a blockage of the root chakra. First card, a blockage of the root chakra. This will show up as chronic fear, anxiety, or a lack of stability, leaving you feeling ungrounded and disconnected from your sense of safety. It may manifest in struggles with finances, physical health, or feeling out of place in your own life. All right, card one. Oh. What else, Spirit? Number two, a need to address a creativity blockage. This will show up as a sense of feeling stuck, uninspired, or disconnected from your creative flow. It may manifest as self-doubt, fear of failure, or perfectionism that prevents you from expressing your ideals freely. This blockage can also stem from a lack of self-trust or unresolved emotions that stifle your ability to create and innovate. Okay. Interesting. And then the third card that came out with the creativity blockage is needing to heal a neglect wound. This will show up as feelings of unworthiness, emotional numbness, or difficulty trusting others. This wound may manifest as chronic self-neglect, an inability to express needs, or a tendency to overgive in relationships, often stemming from experiences of emotional or physical neglect during childhood. Okay. Oh. I'm not sure why, but this creativity blockage is giving me, where is it in this neglect wound? There was something in this neglect wound card that stood out to me that is connected to this creativity blockage. Where is it? Hold on. An inability to express needs. Okay. This is, okay, so the creativity blockage and the inability to express needs are giving me the same fucking energy. So, confirmation verb. Okay. This root chakra, this blockage of the root chakra that basically came from a lack of feeling stability or feeling unstable, unsafe, unsecure, whether it was from a person, an environment, or a situation, this blockage of your root chakra is connected to this inability to express your needs, which is tied to the creativity blockage. I don't understand how it's connected, but it is connected. Like creativity, an inability to create, to imagine, to make, to, you know what I'm saying? But this creativity blockage is also making it difficult for you to express how you feel, express your needs. You cannot articulate your feelings for some reason. That's what I mean when I say this creativity blockage and this inability to express your needs is connected. Interesting. Okay. So this inability or this blockage of your root chakra about the safety and stability also goes to your neglect wound. At some point in your life, I'm getting childhood or early adolescence, you were neglected by a caregiver. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, a caregiver. It could have been a grandmother, a mother, a father, a guardian, I don't know. But you were emotionally neglected. You were emotionally neglected by a caregiver in your early childhood or early adolescence. That neglect wound that was created by this situation from your past brought about this blockage of your root chakra. You didn't feel safe, secure. You couldn't express your feelings or anything in this situation because you were neglected, which birthed your blockage of your root chakra. Because now, and even then, and still now, you still feel unstable, unsecure, unsafe, etc. Okay? And because of your inability to express your feelings and your needs, it's also taking a toll on your creativity and your ability to creatively express how you feel. Okay. I'm getting the energy of someone who is creative, someone who creates. I wanted to say a writer, and I realized that on this card there is a typewriter. So you could be a writer, a poet, a writer, a story writer, a blogger, I don't know. Something you do, you write. Songwriter, something. But this wounding and this blockage are also making it hard for you to create in general. You're not comfortable. I'm not sure if you're not comfortable in your living situation. I heard where you are. So you're not comfortable where you are in your living situation. Maybe you're not comfortable where you are in life. But all of that is affecting your creativity. You are going to need, this is the third Thursday therapy, I believe, in a row that has come out with a chakra card. I think it's the third one in a row. Don't quote me exactly, but there's been a lot of chakra cards coming out during these Thursday therapy sessions lately. I know there was a solar plexus one. I want to say throat or sacral, one of the two. I don't know, but a lot of chakra coming out in the last few sessions. So whoever you are, you have a need. If mm, okay, if this and the other Thursday therapies with the chakra cards resonate with you, you're you're being called to meditate. If you've never meditated before, you're being called to study or learn about meditation, because you have a lot of chakra blockages in general, and they need to be aligned, healed, balanced, restored, etc. Okay? If the other chakra videos, if you go look, if they don't resonate with you, then you just need to focus on unblocking your root chakra and healing this neglect wound, because that'll open up this creativity. I'm also hearing that this need to heal your neglect wound, you need to find an outlet to express your needs. If you need to write them down instead of openly speaking them first, do so. Again, whoever you are, you may be a writer. So writing out your needs or how you feel is going to be a lot easier for you than speaking it out. If you have to write them down to communicate them to someone, do so. So if you need to speak on your needs and your feelings, and you don't feel comfortable openly speaking with your mouth to someone or to who you need to address these needs and things to, you need to write it down and give it to this person. You need to text it to this person, something. But you need to get these feelings out. You need to be able to express your needs in your feelings. That is a necessity, okay? Okay. I don't know what movie this is from. I want to say it's a Disney movie. I'm not even sure. I just heard Jumpstart My Heart. It was like a song or something from a Disney movie. Jumpstart My Heart. Okay. I'm getting that also, whoever you are, you also have a blockage of your heart chakra. Something to do with the neglect wound caused you to put walls up around your heart, which is also why it's difficult for you to express your feelings. You don't feel comfortable being vulnerable. So you have difficulty in general with feelings because of this neglect wound. Jumpstart My Heart. You're being asked to get back in touch with something you love. So if it's this writing, this creative thing that you do, this creative outlet, you're being asked to get back into it. It's going to jumpstart your heart. It's going to help open and unblock your heart chakra. It'll bring you happiness. It'll help you heal your wounds. Okay. Now I'm hearing, you won't be in and out of love, in and out, baby. Okay. This neglect wound for someone stems from love. Someone, this is not for everyone, because a lot of it, remember I said a lot of you, it was early childhood, early adolescence. This is for someone specific. For someone specific, this neglect wound came from a past relationship, a past love. Someone you were in a relationship with, someone you were in love with, someone you trusted, with your heart, neglected your heart, neglected you, took your love for granted, neglected you, abused you type energy. Spirit is asking you to work on your heart chakra, to open and unblock and heal your heart chakra from that relationship, from that neglect. Because the next time you fall in love, this time you won't be in and out of love. This time you won't be neglected. Whatever love situation you end up in next, whatever relationship you end up in next, you will not be neglected. You will not be in and out of love. But you need to heal your heart first. You need to heal this neglect wound first to ensure that you are healed enough to not sabotage, etc., and not be in and out of love this time, okay? Okay, wow. Anything else? For someone else, another specific message. The early childhood, early adolescence neglect. For some of you, this was because your parental unit, your parental figures, your guardians were never around, so you didn't feel safe. You were always home alone. You didn't grow up in a nice neighborhood. Like, you grew up in a bad part of town. You were always alone. So you were always in fear. You were always scared because you could hear gunshots and people yelling and fighting and shit all the time, and you were always alone. I feel like this is affecting your creativity because you are used to always being on. You are used to always being on go. So you always have to be paying attention, listening, watching behind you, looking out the window, making sure the door is locked, that type of energy. And because of that, your creativity died because you were not able to focus on your creative talents, your creative endeavors, because you were too busy watching your back and making sure no one was going to come in the house and making sure everything was okay around you. You didn't have time to be creative or work on this creative thing that you love or do, because all your energy and focus was on survival, safety. And you felt like if you were to focus on your creativity or the thing it was that you like to do, you would not be aware enough or paying enough attention just in case something happened. So you kind of push your creativity to the back burner. You kind of push this talent that you have to the back burner and created this creativity blockage. Okay. So this neglect wound for some of you is you neglecting your creativity. Okay, wow. Anything else? I have chills. The air conditioner's not even on. It's 80-something degrees outside. The air conditioner's not on. I'm not cold, but I have chills. Like, really strong chills in my arms right now. Getting goosebumps. Okay, what is this? I don't know what the goosebumps and the chills are about. Someone's energy just got like really strong. So now I feel like yawning. So the last thing I just said about someone neglecting their creativity because of their living situation in the past and pushing it to the back burner, that is like resonating hard for someone because I can feel it. I felt it. Okay. But yeah. So with this one, where would you start? I want to say you would start with the neglect wound, then work to the root chakra wound, and then the creativity blockage wound. Oh, excuse me. That's the energy coming out because I'm not tired. I just woke up. I took an hour and a half nap. I just woke up. I'm not tired. So that's the energy. So yeah. So for the majority, you will do this how you see fit in whatever order you see fit. But for the majority, you're going to want to start with healing the neglect wound, which will help you unblock your root chakra, which will help you unblock your creativity, okay? Because the root chakra is a chakra right before the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is a chakra involved with creativity. I'm honestly getting like your root chakra and your sacral chakra are so interconnected because of how you grew up, that once you unblock the root, it'll automatically help you unblock the sacral, which will help you create and everything. Okay. I think that's all I have. I don't think there's anything else for this message. I feel like that's all I have for this message. So, I'm going to actually close it there. But yeah, neglect wound, root chakra, creativity blockage. 3 different scenarios. 3 different ways this wounding and blockages came about. 3 different situations, 3 different energies. But it all created the same issues, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. I declare and decree that this therapy session reaches who it's meant for, and it is helpful to you and helps you begin your healing process, your healing journey. But I will see you next week with another Thursday therapy session. Until then, have a beautiful week.